Hi, everybody. This is Adam Elenbaas from Nightlight Astrology, and these are your horoscopes for the month of March 2019. This is the horoscope for Aries Sun and Aries Rising. I'm going to put the chart up on the screen so that you can see it now. Here we go. So at the very start of the month, you're going to see a major aspect forming between the planet Venus and the planet Uranus in the 10th house and in the first house. This starts off the month for everybody. It's pretty powerful for Aries at the start of the month because you're looking at two angular houses, which are very strong. So Venus-Uranus usually brings unexpected disruptions or revolutions in relationships or friendships, or it sort of disturbs the status quo, where Venus represents harmony and Uranus represents some kind of revolutionary disruption, some tendency towards separation that's sudden, maybe liberating, but oftentimes unexpected. And that's happening in the career house and in the first house, which means it's very personal and potentially related to your career. So that starts off the month. Now, that's right on March 1st. The next major transit after that in the month is taking place on March 6th, and this is the new moon. So on March 6th, you're going to see a new moon taking place in Pisces in your 12th house in conjunction with the planet Neptune, and while Mercury is turning retrograde. All right, so the reason that this is a big deal is because it's rare that you have a new moon exactly conjoined with an outer planet. So anytime that happens, usually the seed that's being planted for the lunar cycle ahead is going to be extra powerful, and in a sense, the lunar cycle ahead will be toned, I should say, by the energy of Neptune, or the whatever outer planet it is, in this case Neptune. It's just they're very strong moon cycles when they line up with an outer planet like that. In the 12th house, plus Mercury's turning retrograde in its fall in the 12th house. 12th house is a place of self-undoing. This is a month where you can feel thrown off a little bit, whether it's getting sick or it's dealing with difficult people, or sometimes your 12th house is related to your enemies, your sometimes more like gossipy, behind your back type of people. Be careful of all of that kind of stuff this month. It's also a great time to explore self-destructive tendencies, look at your demons, try to do some of that deeper introspective healing work, the need for retreat, the need to be alone. Those things may also be really pronounced this month. But a 12th house month is a month where it's okay if things feel like they're getting away from you a little bit, especially with Mercury retrograde in the 12th house. Not all who wander are lost. That's the saying for the 12th house. There is meaning behind whatever kind of difficult interlude may come up. Now, on March 6th, the exact same day, it's also worth mentioning that Uranus is going to enter your second house of finances, money, income, and expenditures. So the planet of rebellion and disruption is then entering your financial house. You may feel this right away, but the bigger news is that it's here to stay for many, many years, all the way into 2026, basically. So a season of changing the paradigm financially is upon you. You may feel that right away this month. Going forward, between March 14th and March 19th, here's the next major thing that's happening. So between the 14th and the 19th, you're going to see the planet Mars going through trines to Saturn and Pluto. And the trines to Saturn and Pluto are from the 2nd to the 10th. Now, Mars, Saturn, Pluto in a trine can be very productive. You're talking about the god of war. You're talking about planets that have to do with necessity, restraint, hard work, and also like kind of transformative, heavy death and rebirth themes. All in all, the potential for there to be and the trine is very positive though. So, an industrious, hardworking Mars and Taurus in your second house, trining Saturn and Pluto. Whatever challenges come up, or whatever expenses there are, or whatever issues there might be between business, money, and work right now, it could be a little bit more of a pressure, a period of concentrated effort, but things will probably pay off. It has the feeling of being able to work through something with concerted effort, deadlines, projects, making things happen with a little bit more force and will. But don't be surprised if there's a little bit more of that heavy, earthy feeling of like work, constraint, discipline, focus around work and money this month. Now, when you go to March 20th, this is a big moment for everybody, right? Because it's the spring equinox. The 20th into the 21st, the sun crosses into Aries, which is your home sign. So it's birthday season. Happy early birthday. The sun will cross into your home sign. And just as it does so, I actually don't have it pictured in here. Here we go. You're going to see Chiron. The sun, right as it crosses into your first house, will conjoin with Chiron, which has recently entered your home sign of Aries. This is a moment of gaining greater clarity, knowledge, and understanding about yourself. It's truly perhaps even a moment of profound clarity regarding your own psychology, your own behavior, your own health. It's a moment of greater mastery, of becoming more knowledgeable or even recognized because of a certain kind of wisdom or expertise that you have. That's the kind of thing that Sun and Chiron can bring. Now, at the exact same time, you're going to see that there is also a full moon passing through Libra in the 7th house. While this is happening, the full moon is illuminating the importance of relationships in your life. So a big moment for relationships as well, right around the 20th and 21st. Finally, between the 24th and the 29th of the month, there's another pretty amazing series of transits happening in Pisces. So let's see if I can point them out here. So at that time, you're going to see, first of all, there's Neptune rolling through its retrograde with a conjunction to Mercury rolling backward in its retrograde to conjunction with Neptune. And then what's going to happen, Venus is going to enter Pisces in the 12th house. And then by the 29th, Mercury is going to start stationing, turn direct, and move forward again through the conjunction one more time. So the end of the month has a particularly hazy feeling around it. Mercury in its fall in the 12th house, conjoined with Neptune, stationing and turning direct. Maybe the mist where the fog is starting to clear. Maybe there's some break of good fortune with Venus entering her exaltation, the 12th house. Things start working out. Somehow an area of confusion or uncertainty starts to clarify itself. But I'm not making wagers on this one because this is the kind of transit that could easily fool a lot of people into making really romantic, grandiose decisions based on, the facts may not be there to support it. So you want to stay really grounded this month with really intense emotional decisions. And what kinds of sacrifices you're making or compromises you're making, be careful about those things. The tendency to give too much, to be porous, to lack in your, to lack boundaries emotionally or in communication with people, to miscommunicate or put your foot in your mouth, or and then for romantic grandiosity, just at the end of the month, things are really intensifying around Mercury, Neptune, which is kind of potential to sort of get a little drunk on the Kool-Aid of the planets and not be entirely intelligent. Though the potential for altered states, mystical states, non-ordinary states of consciousness and intuition, romantic, artistic, imaginative states, those are also there. Just the boundary might be a little thin between fantasy and reality. So just kind of be careful around that time. But it should be interesting to see what happens. All right, Aries, that's what I've got for you this month. I am in India, so these are coming out. I'm about to go to India on Friday. So these are coming out early this month. But hopefully that way you don't have to wait until I'm all the way back from India before you get your March horoscope. So there it is. I hope you have a great month of March, and I'll see you again for April's horoscope. Take care. Bye.